Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Junior.
And this is our first product placement.
And we're
The Nerdy Bros.
I don't think that's true.
No, that's not true at all. Monster isn't paying me anything. I was just really thirsty.
Well, not even that. I've definitely had a Red Bull on the podcast before.
Oh, okay.
I just kept hiding it behind Captain America.
Oh, because you didn't want them to get that free publicity?
Yeah, I mean, not like they need it or anything.
No, that's true. They don't.
But whatever. But yeah, I've already had an energy drink on the podcast before.
Oh, okay. Well, I thought I was cool. I guess not.
No.
I was wrong.
All right, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed our last week's episode.
Holy
our last
balls.
Was it sound like we're about to die.
Yes.
I hope you enjoyed last week's episode.
Hopefully, if I'm lucky.
Yeah.
Anyways.
With our guest Ian. Some of you have reached out and said that he needs to be back on the podcast more often, which he'll be back, but not going to be all the time.
He was a phenomenal guest. It was hilarious. I did not realize that we were going to go like that long.
Yeah, we definitely went like the full length. I mean, sometimes we go like full lengths of movies, I suppose, but like, yeah, this was like a Dark Knight full length movie.
Yes, it was.
So, not bad.
No, not bad at all.
I mean, it's bad for me for editing, but
what's also funny is he got here like at like 7:30, and we didn't record till what? Till like after midnight?
That wasn't true. He didn't get here till like 9.
No.
Yeah, he closes GameStop. They close at 8.
I specifically remember him telling me that he was like going to pick up food, and it was only like 7 o'clock.
Nah, well, I mean, you got the messages. You got the receipts, dude.
I do have the receipts. I'll look them up later because I don't feel like doing it now.
But anyway, yeah, we didn't start till pretty late. It wasn't that
and
late.
Then we went till late.
It was 10:30. We started at 10:30. We ended at like 1 a.m. Yeah, because we went for like 2.5 hours.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because then he like checked his phone and he was like, "Oh, why is it this late?"
Yeah.
But it was a hilarious episode. We got a lot of good feedback off of it, and as always, we love that feedback from you guys.
Yeah. Yeah. What the fuck?
Allergies.
Any more?
No, I think I'm good.
All right.
I almost burped, and I was just like, "Oh, make sure not to do that." And then there was a sneeze.
Fart.
And then just do the burp
Heart
snort.
attack.
I don't have a heart attack. Is that what happens? Is that a myth?
I don't know.
If you do all three at the same time, you have a heart attack.
You just die.
Just
there was that thing where like if you sneeze with your eyes open, your eyes will pop out of your face. That was on Mythbusters. Mythbusted.
It was on Mythbusters?
Yeah, it was. I've definitely sneezed with my eyes open before.
Do they do like small ones? Because I feel like, what would they do? Wasn't it like 2 per like episode or something?
Yeah, something like that. Well, there was like the big
like,
one
that
that had
one
the
would be
build up
super-
all the way.
that would
No,
be
they would do a lot of like
super
small ones sometimes. But there was always that big one that the payoff wasn't until the very end.
They were the ones that folded that like giant piece of paper.
Yes.
Like how many times? I don't even remember.
Yeah. Because the myth was that you can't fold a piece of paper like more than like 4 times or whatever.
No, it's like 8, not 4.
Well, you fold it in half, and then you fold it in half, and then you fold it in one more half, and then you fold it one more, and then that's it. Usually it gets really small. You got paper right there. Do it.
I don't want to do it right now. Mythbusters already busted it. They did it with just a giant piece of paper, though.
Yeah, because it depends on how big it is.
That's what she said.
Hey!
Anyways, guys, welcome back to the show. Start off strong. But yeah, as I said, Junior and I really enjoyed having Eon there. Hopefully, Eon. I can't speak. All right, guys, I'm out. But yeah, hopefully he'll come back for another episode in the future. He definitely said he was down for it. And hopefully he gets his podcast up and running with his girlfriend that he talked about. I would be very interested to hear about that. But this isn't Ian's podcast. This is the Nerdy Bros podcast. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, we like to start the show off with something we call Junior's Hot Take. And this is the part of the episode where I ask Junior about something new and upcoming and get his hot take, his hot opinion on it, see what's going on and the gears turning in his head. And Junior.
Tito.
A little bird told me about this movie. Coming out on Amazon Prime. It's called The Tomorrow War. Have you seen anything about it?
Yeah, I've watched the trailer.
Oh, you have watched the trailer.
And I'm the one that told you about it.
You are the little bird indeed who told me about it.
Yeah. No, it looks awesome. Dude, You know how sometimes like you're watching a YouTube video and then the ad will come on before and sometimes it's like try Perlisec and then helps you with X light. I don't know. It's stupid ass shit.
Did you say Perlisec?
Yeah, I don't know. I just made up a word.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, is that a real thing?
I don't know. Yeah, but anyway, like, but every once in a while it'll be a trailer for a movie, and sometimes I end up watching the entire thing. Sometimes I'm like, I don't care about this, and I just skip. But I saw Chris Pratt, and I was like, what? Chris Pratt's in a movie? And then, like, it started to, at the beginning, it was just like, oh, it's like, he's, like, looking for his daughter, birthday party. And then all of a sudden, it's like, these, like, people show up on the middle of, like, a stadium, and then they're like, we need your help. And I was like, what the hell? But, yeah, it looks fucking sweet. So, basically, if you haven't seen the trailer, you should watch it. Pause this, go watch the trailer, come back so we know what we're talking about. But in essence, it looks like Chris Pratt is in this movie where people from 30 years in the future have come to the past to recruit people to fight in a war that they're in with, like, I think it's aliens, but they said they're not human. They didn't necessarily say they're aliens, but I would assume.
Well, you got to see, like, at the end of the trailer that you've already watched because you paused the video to watch the trailer. At the end of the trailer, you get to catch like a kind of a glimpse of what it appears to be like they'll be fighting. But the premise was definitely people. Yeah. They came back into the past to recruit, and I think when you talked to me about it, you had like a good kind of take on what you thought it would be, because they have like a time draft essentially, right? And it seems like they were, what you said made sense to me. They're drafting people that probably
are already dead
or had already gotten killed like in the next couple of months or something. So basically, like, even if those people died, it wouldn't like, per se mess with the timeline.
Right. Because it makes sense. Because if they're
so we say it makes sense, but it also depends on how we look at it. Because if you think about like every time movie ever made, kind of like when they talked about it in Avengers Endgame, They said technically you can't mess with time by going back into the past. Like if you went back to the future afterward, it would still stay the same, nothing would change. And then you get the infamous Paul Rudd quote where he's just like, so Back to the Future is just a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah.
So it all depends on how you look at it from that standpoint.
Well, they were able to change it, right? They got rid of Thanos. So obviously that's not necessarily true. But yeah, it's like they're fighting a war 30 years into the future. They've come to the past to be like, yo, if you guys want your kids, because presumably, like, Chris Pratt would still be alive 30 years into the future. Presumably, he'd be like in his 60s or whatever, but he'd still be alive. So it begs the question: why are they coming to the past to recruit people or whatever? And probably because these people are all dead already. They've been killed by, when whatever showed up, the aliens or whatever, they wiped off a bunch of people off the face of the planet. So now there's a lot less numbers. So they're like, we'll go to the past, we'll bring them into the future, and they'll help us fight. Because if they don't help us fight, there is no future for them regardless anyway.
Yeah.
So it looks cool.
Yeah. Very cool.
Premise.
Very cool. Did you see when that comes out?
July 23rd.
All right, so pretty soon, just a couple months away. Yeah. And it's gonna just be an Amazon Prime original, right?
Yeah, because it's made by Amazon Studios. I believe it's gonna be an Amazon like original on their streaming service.
Cool. No doubt.
Yeah, it looks dope. All right.
Moving things right along, everybody, we come back to our fan favorite segment known as
Anime is an important part of our culture.
And for today's segment, I do want to talk about a couple things that I saw that was up and coming. Jujutsu Kaisen, Junior, I know you started it recently. Finally, it's getting a movie. I don't think too much information has really been leaked or shown as to if it's going to be like necessarily like a continuation, kind of like how the Demon Slayer movie was, how that was literally just the next part of the like linear story, or if it's just going to be like its own thing. Kind of like, for instance, I would say like the first My Hero movie was kind of like its own little thing. Like if it hadn't happened, it wouldn't really necessarily have changed much of like what like happened in the story. So and most anime movies are usually like that too. It's just kind of like its own thing. Like all of the Bleach movies were like that. It's just kind of like this small little blip that happened on like one specific day, and then it was just done. So not too much information there so far. We are supposed to be getting, I think I've talked about before, the season 2 of Demon Slayer by the end of this year, and then also we're getting a Black Clover movie. Junior, have you caught up on Black Clover yet?
No, I haven't.
Have you even checked to see how many episodes you're behind now?
It's not a lot. I did look. I think it's like 12, maybe something like that.
12. I wonder if they stopped dubbing because at this point.
Oh shit! Oh, that's a good point. I don't know. Maybe I'm not even. Maybe there's not even all of them out yet. Then.
Well, I hope they are. If you do start watching the dubs, let me know because I would love to. I went back, I think, a few days ago and rewatched the last couple episodes because like one of the final fight scenes that they have in the anime up to date was freaking phenomenal balls. But it's 170 episodes are out right now, so
Okay.
so that's where that ended. And then there's a new My Hero movie, which a lot of people have been talking about, especially because it's got I think what is it, Midoriya and Todoroki kind of have like new outfits. You got to see, if you've been keeping up with the anime in season 5, Bakugo's already wearing the outfit that has been like shown on the like.
I've been
poster of
watching
the new
it.
one.
Where Megan and I got to I think they're on the third match with Tenya Iida's crew.
Oh, that's
That's
a
the
good
one
one.
that
That's a
I'm
good
on.
one. That's Tenya Ida and Todoroki's crew.
Yes.
Yeah. New episodes every Saturday for those of us that like to watch subbed. So that's been going pretty well. That's all I really got for anime news. I do want to apologize to James because I haven't started Escryad. However, I will be starting it tonight. I am a little personal information for me, but I'm gonna just start going back to the gym and I watch anime while I just climb up the stairs on the Stairmaster. So hopefully I'll get through
I'll be on the stairs.
like 3 or 4 episodes of Escryad and then hopefully maybe finish it by next week's episode.
Yeah.
What about you? Anything to add, Junior?
No, like I said, pretty much I just watched. Oh, we're Megan and I are getting close to finishing Hunter x Hunter. It's pretty good.
How did you like? I mean, it's first of all, it's been out for a while, and it actually even got like a kind of like a remake, or not a remake, a reboot of the animation because you can find the original animation. There's like different art styles, but it's still like for a lot of people, it still ends up being like one of their favorite anime. So I don't necessarily want to ruin too much for anybody that hasn't seen. But how did you like some of like those like last few fights that you've seen? What did you guys think of them?
I mean, it was sweet. I mean, I told you what was the last episode that we watched.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was cool. It started to get a little bit weird when freaking Yuppie and Poof were like reviving the king.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, okay, what is this? What is this? Hisoka now? Like, just getting too much, just getting a little too turned on by giving up their energy. I don't know. It was weird. But yeah, we're getting close to the end. I think we've only got 10 to 15 episodes left.
But you didn't finish it's like the Chimera Ant arc's not like over, right?
No.
Yeah. I think you should have just a couple episodes there, and then there's like a tiny mini arc that happens.
Yes.
No filler, and actually the last, I don't know, I want to say it's like 7 or 8 episodes. I mean, it might just be all considered just the Chimera Ant arc up until the end, but yeah, the last couple of ones, like what they do with that, you get to find out more about Killua's family. It's actually pretty sweet.
Yeah, so I've only, like I said, we've been watching that, and we've been keeping up with the Kardashians. No, we've been keeping up with
Never.
we've been keeping up with My Hero Academia, and yeah, I started watching Jujutsu Kaisen, and that's pretty much it. So segment over.
Cool. So, Junior, why why don't you let our audience know what do we have on the agenda tonight for the Nice Soul? Oh no, wait.
Well, first,
yeah, because we didn't get to do it in last week's episode, so there's a lot of stuff that we could probably talk about now.
Watching, doing, playing.
Me or you first?
You can go.
I can go. Me. All right. So more Resident Evil, and that's I think primarily that's what I've been playing. I know Biomutant just came out for us yesterday, but I haven't had a chance to pick it up because of work, and then I was lazy today. But you can talk a little bit about that. So I've just been playing Resident Evil. I'm at, for anybody that has played, I am at either, I think it's like the Metal Factory, or it's just like a warehouse essentially.
No, it's the Metal Factory because you got to make keys.
Yeah. Yes, correct. I do have to make keys. Yeah. I use molds.
I've watched from where you are all the way to the end.
Oh, you have?
Yeah, so I already know what happens.
So, yeah, I wasted, again, from anyone that has played, and anyone who hasn't played, I wasted a lot of ammo in the Lycan Den. And apparently, if you guys get there, here's a little tip for you. You're just supposed to run, like, as far as you can until you get to, like, the boss battle. I sat there thinking the Lycans were going to stop coming, and I wasted so much ammo. And now, the reason I died was because I was out of ammo. I was fighting. I had to fight 2 tough enemies back to back, and I think I had, like, just my pistol left and no more, like, bombs or anything, and I got, man. And then I died, and I lost the motivation. But I had been, like, trudging through it, so... But, like you said, since you've seen from then on, am I fairly close to the end then? Like, after the Metal Factory, is there still, like, another large part of the game, or no?
No, I told you what happens.
Well, I mean, you didn't... well, first of all, I don't want you to tell me, like... Well, obviously, like, what happened.
No, but, like, I told you, it's the propeller guy that you see at the beginning when you enter the Metal Factory.
Yeah.
And then I told you who the next boss is, which is basically the end.
Okay.
That the dude or whatever. What did I say his name is? I don't remember.
Hammer guy? No.
The guy that pushes you down to where you see the guy with the propeller.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
So that's where I'm at. Yeah. Video game wise, that's all I've really done. Again, just trying to, like, I really was trying to kind of push through Resident Evil Village just because I knew Biomutant was coming out. On top of the fact that I haven't really gotten back into the handhelds with Hades for the Switch and Sun and Moon on the DS. So I've been lacking a little bit. I've read a little bit more into my Invincible second compendium, but I haven't found the urge to really just sit down and read a bunch more. I feel like most of the time now, like, if I sit down for too long, like, my eyes just get heavy and I tend to just want to sleep. I need to be a little more active now that the sun's out to kind of regain some of the
Sun's
energy.
out, guns out.
Yes, which is hopefully what I'm going for. Watching wise, what have I seen? I watched Mitchell's versus the Machines on Netflix.
I halfway saw it.
You halfway? Would you fall asleep?
No. I was working on the computer while Megan and Max were watching it.
Oh, okay,
so I was, like, hearing it, and then I also, like, looked over and watched from, like, a certain point to the end.
Yeah, I love that. I don't think I mentioned it, like, on 2 podcasts ago, but I watched the second part of Love, Death, and Robots, which had a couple good episodes, like a couple interesting ones, and then some that I didn't necessarily care for. Very upsetting that the first part had 18 like episodes and the second part only had 8. Like, I was very, very upset with that because especially because, like, we turned Ian onto it right before we started the podcast last week, and he was just like, dude, I got to watch the rest of this. So yeah, a little upsetting that they only did 8 episodes for part 2, but yeah, a couple of them I really, really liked. I also
watched that.
I watched what one is it? I think it was last Saturday. It was Sunday before work. I wanted to kind of take a nap, but, like, I wasn't really I was laying in bed. I was like, I should pass out, and I didn't. I ended up watching The Devil All the Time. That was really good.
You son of a bitch.
What? It was on your recommendation. Right?
I was going to assign it to you for this week.
Oh, dude, it was really good. I really liked it.
It was awesome, right?
Yes, it was really good. There were certain parts of it where I was kind of like, oh, this is probably going to end up happening. I'm not going to say I hated
the linkage was so good.
No, yeah.
I loved how everything was all tied together.
Yeah. But I didn't really like. I just want to call him.
Sebastian Stan's
There
character.
we go. Yeah, I didn't really like Sebastian Stan's character. Not like, not that I didn't like the character that he played. I just felt like his character was like almost rushed. Like you said, there was like some really cool like linkage, but I felt like everyone else kind of had like this huge thing. He was just kind of like, oh, I'm tied together in this too. But
Well, like he was glue. Like he was glue to tie together.
Yeah.
That was it. He was the buffer between like 4 different stories, but he wasn't a main character.
No, I get it, but like you said, like 4 different stories because you had again, I really don't. It's been out for a year now, hasn't it?
Yeah, I think it's been about
out for if you haven't watched it, definitely watch it. Tom Holland's in it. He was amazing in it. It was
What about Robert Pattinson? We talked about it, and Ian was like, "Is he good?" And I was like, "Yes,
he was very creepy, but he was
a piece
good.
of shit."
Yeah. Again, I think I asked you this earlier. Earlier, I asked you if you had ever seen Keanu Reeves as a villain, and kind of same thing. I think that was the first time I saw Robert Pattinson.
Not for me.
No. What else have you seen him?
No, he is in he was in the movie The Young King
As a villain.
Yeah, the movie with Timothy Chalamet, and Robert Pattinson plays the Prince of France, and he's an asshole.
In that one too.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he has a French accent.
So yeah, I watched that. Mitchell's versus the Machines. And then I, for whatever reason, just rewatched all of Gravity Falls. I just finished it right before Max fell asleep today. On a whim. But I think that's it. I don't think I've done anything else. Like unless it randomly comes to me, I don't think I've watched not anything else new. Sometimes it does kind of like I think movies are like the last on my to watch list.
I'm gonna have to think of something else.
It always goes. I think anime, video games, like TV shows, Netflix originals, and stuff like that. But movies just kind of take like the back burner for me, unless it's like it's something that I go and see like in a movie theater.
Yeah, I have been watching TV and I've been watching movies because I also watched The Devil All the Time, and it was awesome. I'd never seen it, and it was really good. Video games, I bought the Ben 10 video game because my son Max is obsessed with Ben 10, even though he's only 3. So I bought that just so that he could watch me play it because he thinks it's the best whenever I turn into one of the aliens. So I was playing that. Biomutant came out yesterday, so I picked that up. I'm only about an hour and a half into it so far. I didn't really have time to play it yesterday. So far it's fun. I'm having fun with it. I'm having a little bit of trouble with the combat, but I'm sure I'll get the hang of it soon. But yeah, so far it's pretty cool. So I am enjoying it. Movies, like I said, I watch The Devil All the Time. I don't really know if I watched. Oh, actually, no. I watched quite a bit of movies actually. Like in one night. I watched this movie with Dylan O'Brien called. I think the name of the movie is his character's name in the movie. Can't find it.
Was that one of the Oscar nominated ones?
No, I do want to see that. But I haven't seen that yet. Why am I not? Oh, it's called American Assassin. Here it is. American Assassin. Was pretty good. It had Michael Keaton in it, as well as Dylan O'Brien. Yeah, that movie was about, so it's like really cool. It starts off with, I mean, spoilers. This movie is like from like 2017, but like Dylan O'Brien is on vacation with his girlfriend who he proposes to, and then moments later, terrorists show up on a boat onto the beach where there's like a bunch of people at, and they just start like shooting and massacring everybody. Dylan O'Brien gets shot like 2 or 3 times. He survives, and then he starts to like take matters into his own hands. But he ends up getting like recruited by this like black site CIA people, whatever.
Wait,
and
he starts like, what do you mean he takes matters into his own hands?
Like he basically like decides that he's going to like turn into Liam Neeson in Taken, and he's just like, I will find you.
Does his character have any like experience?
His character just decides that he's going to take matters into his own hands. He starts like learning how to hack, learning how to like get onto these fucking bad websites. He starts taking like all these fighting classes and gets like really good at like fighting and martial arts.
I thought it was just going to be like,
It's
I'm
not
a
like-
businessman,
no,
and then
no.
all of a sudden he just starts,
I mean,
breaking
I don't even.
arms like
They
left
don't
and
even
right.
say like. It's not like they go like before this he was an
Yeah.
accountant.
Well,
Like,
but
it's
either
none
way,
of
like
that.
if you're saying that you like see that he takes like all these classes,
I
and
think
stuff.
they're yeah, and it's not like it happens like next month. All of a sudden he's doing this. Like it's been a while, but like, I think that's where the disconnect is with some people because it's not like super highly rated. I just thought it was like a good action movie. I think that's where the disconnect is that people were like, he just decides to do this, and then all of a sudden they're like, yeah, this guy, we'll recruit this guy or whatever. But anyway, it was a good movie. Like I'm pretty sure it's on Netflix. You should watch it, Tito. It's like you like action movies. It's a good movie.
Didn't they just recently kind of do that with some like, they made a movie where like a mom, like I don't know if like her family gets killed or her children get taken. And
Peppermint.
That's what it's called?
Yeah, with Jennifer Gardner.
Yeah, and then she just
I've seen
becomes
that.
like,
Yeah.
but that's one where she just randomly becomes a badass too, right?
Yeah. Like her whole family gets like gunned down and she survives, so then she decides to like get revenge on the people that did it. I mean, it's a little bit less because she's like going up against like gangbangers or some shit, and like Dylan O'Brien's character is like going against like terrorists in like other countries.
Oh, so he just
Yeah.
I mean, so like, are the terrorists that like shoot up the beach? Do they just get caught like almost?
No. They don't get
immediately?
caught like immediately.
Oh.
No, he's like tracking them down and shit.
Oh, okay. So they somehow got away after landing on the beach.
Yeah. So I watched that movie, and then I watched this one was new, the Amy Adams movie. It was like Woman in a Window, or Lady in a Window, one of those two. I can't remember the name exactly, but that one was really good too. Had Gary Oldman in it. Amy Adams was the protagonist. Julianne Moore was in it, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the new Captain America.
Anthony Mackie.
Oh, actually, no. Yes, Anthony Mackie was in it, and the new Captain America, who isn't Captain America now.
I don't know his actor name, but I know that.
No. It's Russell, not Russell Crowe. Kurt Russell's son.
Oh, okay.
That's Kurt Russell's son. I can't remember what his name, but I'm pretty sure he is. But yes, Anthony Mackie is also in the movie. So there's a lot of fucking people in this movie. So yeah, you should watch that. That's on Netflix. It's brand new. Just came out like a couple weeks ago.
Like a Netflix original. Also?
Yes.
Oh.
It was
good.
good.
Yeah, I've got a lot of movies to watch.
Good
Them,
as
probably.
hell. Yeah. So that Dylan O'Brien movie, American Assassin, and then that movie. I think it's called like Lady in a Window or Woman in a Window, something like that.
Did you see that? The movie with what's her face? We were talking about her with Ian on the last podcast. 'Cause she's a Scientologist, and it's like an invisible person. It's
Oh, Amy shit, not Amy Adams. Goddamn.
no, Elizabeth Moss.
Elizabeth Moss. Yeah, I saw that in theater.
Oh, you saw that in theaters?
Yeah.
Was that good? Did you
Yeah,
like that?
it was. Yeah, it was awesome. It was
Was
fucking creepy.
Was that more horror or like more suspense?
It was like suspense, but there was definitely a few jump scares.
Okay. Cool.
Just
cool,
a few,
cool,
but
cool.
it was it's a good movie.
Yeah, I heard it did. What was it? Yeah, some people sometimes like would compare because like most people feel like, oh, an invisible person shouldn't be that scary, and it's like, yeah, if you watch Hollow Man with Kevin Bacon, it's not, but if you watch the movie with Elizabeth Moss, it definitely is.
Hollow Man with Kevin Bacon was still pretty good though.
Well, I just remember watching it when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I remember, was it the one scene I remember was the gorilla or the ape
Yes,
was invisible
yes,
and
the
then
gorilla.
just bit like a rat and there was just blood, like you could visibly see the blood.
Yes. TV, we already talked about like anime, but TV, I decided to start watching all these Alan Partridge shows, and which, if you don't know, Alan Partridge is a fictional character created by Steve Coogan, who's a British comedian, and there's just a bunch of like TV shows with this character in it, as well as like movies. So the first one is called Knowing Me, Knowing You with Alan Partridge, and it's like 6 episodes, and they're all on HBO Max. So I watched that, and then the next series that had Alan Partridge is called I Am Alan Partridge, and I've been watching that, and I finished it, and now I'm gonna get to the next one. But it's really
there's
funny.
another one?
Yeah, there's more.
Oh, okay.
There's like a show from like in 2012, and then there's one that's like current from like 2019.
Aha.
Yeah, Knowing Me, Knowing You. Aha. Yes, I love it. So funny, dude.
Yeah,
So
I watched.
funny.
I think I watched parts of a couple episodes with you, and yeah, it was definitely really funny.
Yeah, I love British comedies. I love British humor. It's so good. So yeah, if you haven't seen or heard of that, you should watch it. Like I said, it's an HBO Max. Just type in Alan Partridge, and anything that has to do with Alan Partridge, Steve Coogan is on there. So funny, dude. Like, just really funny. So yeah, that anime been catching up. Video games, yeah, just Ben 10 and Biomutant just started that. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
That's pretty much it.
That's pretty much it.
I did remember while I don't remember what was going on. I think it was Saturday in the middle of the night. I just wasn't falling asleep. I finally finished Steven Universe Future, where he's like grown up a little bit. And I think, did Blue Bloods end already? That season end? Or
No, I don't think so.
well, I've caught up on Blue Bloods,
Yeah, Blue Bloods.
so
is
that
good.
too. Great show. All right. Anyways,
So if you guys recall, last week's, well, not last week's, the week
2 weeks
before
ago,
that,
yeah.
2 weeks ago, when I gave Tito the question of the week and I posed it to you guys, I mentioned, or the question was, and we're just going to do this segment kind of right now. The question was, if you could have any cartoon or anime made live action, what would it be? And you said
I said
Goblin Slayer.
Yeah, which is
an anime.
Yeah, pretty cool anime. 12 episodes long. There's a movie out. Season 2 should be coming out
Yeah,
soon as well.
I haven't seen the movie yet, but I do want to, and I'm definitely excited for season 2. So we talked about that. So anyway, I told Tito that I thought it'd be pretty cool if we chose an anime or a movie. Well, he chose a
it's
TV,
an
a
anime
cartoon,
or a cartoon.
Tito
something
chose a
along those.
cartoon, and I chose an anime, and we each decided to come up with our dream cast of who we would want to play the
Yeah, our
characters.
Sega Dreamcast.
Our Sega Dreamcast.
And we want to know who's going to play. No,
We want to know who's playing it first. Have you ever played Sega Dreamcast?
Yes.
I think I maybe also have. That was the black one, right?
No, a Sega Dreamcast I think was gray.
It wasn't the one that went Sega when you turned on, or that was
No, that was
Sega.
just a Sega. Yeah,
Okay,
just
so
a
it wasn't.
Sega.
So it wasn't a Sega Dreamcast. Hey, forget it. Erase everything.
we'll just cut this out.
Fix and post, baby. All right. Anyway, forget my idioticness.
What was? Forget about.
Yeah. Just another moment.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So basically, we made up a
Yeah.
cast for if this, anime / for me, cartoon or animated show. If it was made live action, who we would want to
Play the characters.
Yeah, play the characters from famous actors and actresses. And what was it? So you picked
So I picked an anime and Tito picked a cartoon.
No,
I
but-
chose
yeah.
Attack on Titan.
And I chose Archer.
Yes.
So the
which
both of
technically
us-
is not a cartoon, but whatever.
What would you call it then?
I don't.
Would you call that live action or would you call it an anime?
No,
So what would you call it?
an animated show.
So, but that's still like I would still consider that in the realm.
I
like,
mean, South Park is not a cartoon.
it's an adult cartoon.
I mean, once you put adult in front of it, I feel like it just kind of takes away from.
No, it definitely like for me it doesn't. I feel like so many people would love to see this. But either way,
Yeah.
Essentially, so both Junior and I wrote typed out a cast for both shows.
Right.
So now we're gonna kind of
Right. So
compare and contrast and see.
It's my dream cast for Attack on Titan, and your dream cast for Archer. But then I also put down who I would think would be a good
fit for Archer.
and you
I
did
put
that
down
for Attack
on
on
Titan. Yeah.
Yeah.
So then we're gonna kind of go through them. Maybe we can explain our thought process a little bit, and maybe
we
even
might have-
change minds on.
Yeah.
on
I mean,
whatever,
we
yeah.
might have some exact ones, and then maybe at the end we'll just type out what the perfect cast is, because maybe you'll have one or two actors better than me, or I'll have one or two actors better than you.
And then, I mean, people do this all the time. And again, as always, if you guys ever want to tell us about any fan picks that you guys would have for any animes, cartoons, or adult cartoons, animated shows that you guys would love to see, we'd love to hear about it. So how do you want to do this? How do you want to take this away, bro?
Do you want to go first?
So, like, I feel like we should go by show though, and I don't just want to read. I feel like
Like, do you want to go first? Like, just your
show
show.
my show, okay.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna. So I'll say mine. We'll do it character by character, right? So I'll say, like, for instance, so Archer. So I would tell you what actor I would pick for that, and you tell me yours, and then we can maybe give.
No. Well, just give me your list.
You want me to give you just my entire list?
Yeah,
You
I mean, you don't
feel-
have to just list it off. You can be like, this guy because of this, and then whatever.
You don't think it'd be better if we went character by character, or do you think that would take too long?
I don't know. Well, Tito, just get into it. Fine, whatever. We'll do it your way.
We didn't talk about this beforehand, as you can see. Okay, so rolling right off the back, I don't really know him from too much, but I know you probably know him from a bunch of stuff. But I thought he had a good face for it. I picked Matt Bomer for Archer.
Oh, that's a
Like, and
that is a good one.
I'll say this, like, that voice, like the guy that plays Archer, or the voice actor that does Archer, Bob for Bob's Burgers, and then the video store guy from Family Guy. Like, that voice is amazing. But, as a lot of us know, sometimes some of the voice actors don't really match up well, especially if they're doing like a character and it becomes like a live action sequence, so it gets a little hard. But yeah, no, I thought he had a really good like face for like Archer, like just kind of imagining him if it was like a live action show / movie. I thought it fit well.
You're saying you don't know him from a lot. We both missed something.
What?
We both watched The Nice Guys together. He was the assassin.
Yes, he was. Oh, I forgot. We totally forgot to talk about
that
Nice
movie
Guys.
was fucking hilarious.
Oh yeah,
that movie was awesome.
That was like always on my radar. Because
Me too.
It was Russell
but I
Crowe and
never
Ryan
watched
Gosling.
it.
Yeah, and I had never.
And I was just like, several times while we were watching, I was like, how the fuck have I never seen this?
Yeah,
like it was so good,
so hilarious.
Yes.
So,
yeah, Matt Bomer was the assassin in that movie.
Yeah, he does give me like slightly thinner Henry Cavill vibes.
Slightly thinner?
Yeah, like not so much like I'm talking about like everything, like a slightly thinner face, slightly thinner like physique, like a little bit like Henry Cavill.
I mean, we watched a little bit of this too. Now I'm like blanking on the Doom Patrol. He's the pilot, the one that gets burned.
Yeah, but he's all bandaged up. I mean, you do get to see some flashbacks, but he's bandaged up most of the time.
That's him also.
Yeah.
He's also from USA's Suits, the TV show.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway, that's a good one. So So here's my Sterling Archer. Jake Gyllenhaal.
Oh. Oh.
I almost went with, now I'm like blanking on who the other, the person that I almost went with was Colin Farrell. The reason I didn't go Colin Farrell is because I've seen Jake Gyllenhaal play comedic roles like in Bubble Boy, and he can also be like silly and funny. So I was like, that's why I was like Jake Gyllenhaal, because he looks, like he's played badass characters before, but he can be funny, and you need Archer to be right on there. I've never seen Matt Bomer in a comedic role, but like when you said Matt Bomer, immediately I was like, yeah, like the face and everything, like he can totally play that.
Yeah, I would agree with the fact that I think Jake Gyllenhaal would play the character well, but yeah, I just, again, like some of these, because I couldn't really think of too much of what Matt Bomer's been in, it's just like I just kind of like I side by sided it, and it was just like, yeah, this looks right.
Well, like I told you, it took me, just full disclosure, it took me way longer than Tito to finish.
Well, yeah,
my
but
list.
you disclosed to me that you were overthinking everything.
Yeah, well, and that's what I'm saying. Like I was looking at like characters' heights, characters' ages, because I'm like, I'm trying to like
some of that stuff I did think about, and like when we get eventually to Attack on Titan, you'll see that I didn't really pick any like older people, because I was just like, well, that's not gonna fit.
Because like I looked up, like Archer's supposed to be throughout the show for the majority of it in his mid-30s, and not till the end is he like in his 40s or whatever. So
did that show end or no?
I don't think it's over yet. I'm not 100% sure.
I think Brian told me the most recent season was him finally coming out of like the coma, because they did that Dreamland sequence, and then they also did like a past, right? Like a noir.
There's like a 1950s.
No, the Dreamland is the noir,
yes.
But they did another.
There's one where I'm pretty sure they're in space.
Oh, okay.
And then I don't know if there was like 3 seasons where Archer's in a coma.
Danger zone.
But anyway, I don't know. I think Jake Gyllenhaal would play it well. So, fuck. Like, I don't know if you're leaning towards mine now, but like, after you said Matt Bomer, was like, damn, that like he does look like he would be a pretty good Archer. So like now I'm like kind of leaning towards yours. So, I don't know. What are you thinking? Like, are you still like, no, Matt Bomer, 100%?
Well, again, like I'll give you that I went, because you're right. We haven't really seen him in any type of comedic roles. But then again, like I bet there's probably funny moments in Suits that we probably didn't really get to see. And we did kind of get to see him as an assassin in The Nice Guys. So I don't know. I'm gonna say Matt Bomer.
All right. Okay. I'll go there with you, because I think that he would be a pretty good choice
for Archer's mom,
all
Mallory
right.
Archer.
So I gotta just get mine. I'm out of order, but anyway.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I went Helen Mirren. If that's how you say her last name?
Mm-hmm.
I just side by like I don't really think anyone was gonna 100% look like Mallory Archer per se. But again, the side by side, I was just like, yeah, I could definitely see this, and I remember her from a couple other things or like scenes here and there where I was just like, yeah, I feel like I could definitely see her just completely taking in the character of like that Mallory Archer is, and how like self-centered she is, and how often she'll like belittle Archer, but at the same time get really upset if something's happening to him. So I thought she was a good fit.
Okay, so I went with Jessica Walter.
I, off the top of my head, do not know who that is. I probably do if I saw a picture.
All right. So here's the thing. She's dead.
Oh.
She just died, so rest in peace to her. But she's the voice of Mallory Archer.
Oh.
And
dude, she was like, that's like 100% based off of like.
Yes.
Okay.
Dude, she's the mom in Arrested Development. She already played Mallory Archer.
Oh, okay.
On Arrested Development, she was Mallory Archer.
All right.
She was a self-centered woman that didn't give a shit about her kids and was like an alcoholic and was only out for number one, which is exactly what Mallory Archer did. If anyone was going to play Mallory Archer in a live action role, it would be Jessica Walter. No one else.
Oh man, then I wonder if the show did end if she passed away though.
I mean, she literally just passed away in March.
Oh, that's sad.
Within literally like 2 months ago.
Okay. But okay, so
Megan said it not that long ago. She was like, "Oh," she was
again, I didn't know who she was. Like just off of the name, no. But as soon as I saw her, I was like, okay, yeah.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, she's literally nobody would be able to play Mallory Archer other than this woman.
That was probably an oversight on my part because I was trying to make sure that I wasn't looking up the voice actors for the
not all the voice actors would fit with this.
Well, yeah, and then like sometimes
but this
too,
one it does to a T.
Yes, 100. So I'll go with yours. But yeah,
again, she's passed away, so she technically couldn't if they made this.
But this is our
in a perfect world.
This is our Sega Dreamcast, so it's fine.
Yes, right.
Yeah. For Ray, I went Neil Patrick Harris.
That's a good one. I don't think it's better than mine.
I just really want to. I just thought it'd be like, you kind of got to see him with like a funny mustache in I think it's A Million Ways to Die in the West.
Yes.
But I like just thinking of Ray's mustache from the show. I was like, you know what? I bet Neil could probably pull that off. And I just thought it would be funny to see. Besides the fact that Neil Patrick Harris is an awesome actor, I thought this would be like a hilarious role for him to play because Ray's honestly one of my favorite characters.
Yes, is Ray a gay character?
Yes.
And I mean Neil Patrick Harris is gay, but Neil Patrick Harris, I'm pretty sure, famously does not play gay characters.
But like, I don't know if that's necessarily by choice or how that works. Hollywood is a freaking weird ass monster.
But I feel like if he wanted to, he could. He's Neil Patrick Harris.
Yeah, but he
always plays like a womanizing character.
Does he always? I mean, I just off the top of my head, I can only think of like How I Met Your Mother, and then all the Harold and Kumar movies where
he plays himself. He plays Neil Patrick Harris.
He plays
himself, but he's not gay.
He wasn't a womanizer in his most amazing role in Starship Troopers, was he?
Fuck, dude, I don't remember. That was a long time ago. But in the Harold and Kumar movies, he is. Yeah, at one point, he's doing cocaine off of a girl's ass.
Oh, that's when he's like
in the car.
Well, he's like out the sunroof.
Yes.
I don't know who's driving there,
I don't know who's driving either.
Yeah, here's what does he say? Here's $50 for the burgers and $100 for the car. What happened to the car? I left some stains.
Yeah. So he's doing that. Yeah, because he was like, we're gonna go get some burgers. Yeah, fur burgers.
Yeah,
exactly. So if he's playing himself, why wasn't he playing the gay man?
I don't know.
Okay, so not a bad choice.
What did he host? He hosted something like a few years back, and he did it like hilariously too.
The Tonys?
It might have been.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't watch that.
It was like years ago though. Yeah. Now at this point, yeah. Who did you pick then?
David Spade.
Oh my. Okay, wait. David Spade's already rocking the mustache too. Yes. So yes. Okay, yeah, I see it.
Dude, no, literally, what we were sitting there when you said that you were going to do that, and I said, okay, I'm going to come up with characters. The very first one, immediately when I said, oh, we're forgetting Ray, when I was telling you all the characters, immediately I told you, I said, I already have one. was David Spade. Immediately I was like, David Spade's playing Ray.
Yeah, I can see defeat to that one too. Yeah, oh my God, that would be so funny.
Yes.
Also, it would be good for David Spade, so he doesn't have to wait around for Adam Sandler to write him into another movie.
Exactly.
Lana, I went Gamora. I went Zoe Saldana. Lana's like the biggest badass in Archer, and like I don't think there's a bigger badass than Gamora, Zoe Saldana. She's like, and you know, in the show, Lana's a very beautiful woman, and same thing. Okay. Zoe Saldana's.
You're gonna have to look her up probably, because I don't think that you know who
I might
this
not.
is. But I went with Jamie Lee Kirchner, who plays.
How do you spell that last name? Or at least what does it start with?
Well, just type in Jamie Lee and then type in.
It's just nothing but Curtis.
And then put a K.
Oh, so it's with a K.
Yeah, because Curtis starts with a C.
I got Jamie Lee Kern.
C-I-R.
Did you say? Oh,
Or K-I-R.
Oh, are you sure it's not Kitchener? Oh, okay. You're talking about this person.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. She like looks like her, I think. And then so though I know her from the TV show Bull that I watch. I don't know if
you know her from Bull?
Yeah. She's an ex-FBI agent who now works for Dr. Jason Bull, that TV show Bull, which is like a courtroom drama. But she's like an ex-FBI agent. She's basically like, she becomes like the private investigator for his team. But she's hot as hell.
Yes.
And yeah, that's who I thought of immediately with for Lana. Not that Zoe Saldana would be a bad choice, but I think Zoe Saldana is also like half Hispanic. And
wait, I think I almost wanted to say that I think Lana was too or something. I don't know.
I just thought Lana was African American.
She might just be. They did an episode where they meet her parents. Like her dad has like solved like our dependency on fossil fuels, and then the government pays them to like destroy the research so that fossil fuels can keep going on.
Yeah. So yeah, that's who I picked. But again, you haven't. I don't know if you've even like really been in the room when I'm watching Bull or not, or if you've watched.
I think I've seen her a couple times, and yeah, I think she would like fine necessarily for the role, but again, like my whole thought process was more like I wanted someone that I had kind of seen like in a badass role, because Lana has, like I said, a lot of badass moments, and just seeing her as like everything she did as like Gamora, I just thought that she would do like exceedingly well as also Lana.
I mean, she's been in other stuff where she's a badass. What was that? Colombiana.
Yeah.
She was good in that. All right. Like I said,
Lana's also like I mean, Lana probably maybe could have been like the only one that I might have been able to look up the height just to see, because she's like extremely
like
tall,
a tall woman, yeah.
And I don't know how tall Zoe is.
Yeah. But also, Lana has voluptuous tits.
Yeah, they're ginormous in the show.
Yes.
So who we going here?
I mean, I'll go with you. I'll go with you on this one.
All right. Now,
only because the thing is that I don't know if this is an Archer movie that you want to see be made, or an Archer TV show. But like
let's
I've
be
only
real.
seen Jamie Lee Kirchner in this one TV show.
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't seen her in anything else.
Yeah, I'm not sure if like Zoe Saldana was ever like in any TV shows, or she's just in movies.
I don't know.
All right, so you yelled up to me earlier while we were working on this and said that we better have the same person for Pam.
Yes.
So first, I kind of want to know what you picked then.
Rebel Wilson.
Yes, that's exactly who I picked. Okay.
Rebel Wilson. I was like, if we don't both have Rebel Wilson, I'm going to kill you.
Oh, it would be perfect. Like,
yes.
I don't.
Yes. Yes. She's fucking crazy in all the movies that I've ever seen her in.
Yeah, and
Pam is a fucking psycho.
Oh my god, it would. Yeah, there's
there's literally no one else.
Yeah, there's no one else to play Pam. No contest, especially just to obviously contrast to like the character that you already see on like on Archer to live action. Yeah, it makes 100% perfect sense to me.
Yes. Also, fucking just Rebel Wilson is just super funny in all of. I mean, she's just funny. Period. But like, she's funny in all the movies that I've seen her act in, and Pam is like a hilarious character and just fucking crazy. And I was just like, dude, if we don't have the same person for this, like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Okay. So, moving forward to Cyril. This is again like I know I've seen him in stuff, but like off the top of my head, I can't tell you what movies or shows or like specifically anything. But again, just a side by side, I just kind of thought like this is perfect. For Cyril, I picked Fred Armisen.
I know who that is. I don't know why I'm like
blanking on it.
Yeah. I've heard the name and I definitely know who it is.
Like just just with like the glasses and everything.
Yeah.
Immediately, I'm like, this is Cyril Figgis. Suppressing fire.
Shit, I'm gonna have to go with yours. I don't even want to tell you who mine is.
Why?
Anymore.
Who did you pick?
I think mine was good too, but like, yeah, Fred Armisen would be better. I chose Mark Ruffalo.
Oh, okay.
Like I was like, Mark Ruffalo would be a good one.
So, like I could see it a little bit, but then like at the same time, without trying to sound like
No, like Cyril's a doof, and Fred,
Yeah,
I've seen Fred
yeah.
Armisen and shit, and he's a fucking doof.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
So like, yeah, no, it's no contest. It's no contest. Mark Ruffalo, no
Yeah.
way.
Okay, who did you next? I have. I'll save this one for last. 'Cause I'm pretty sure we probably thought of that one last. Who'd you have for Krieger?
No, first of all,
Okay,
it's you.
it's fine. Okay,
Yes.
so okay, this is just because I could like seeing him with like a beard, and then I've never seen him in anything like this. I thought it would be hilarious. I put Michael Fassbender as Krieger.
We came close,
Who did you pick?
but I think mine's better. Christoph Waltz.
Oh, okay. You know what? I'm gonna give it to you just because. Yes, Krieger's a German
Krieger's
character.
German, yes.
Yeah, and I don't know. Is Christoph Waltz like
I think
actually German?
He's
or no?
Austrian.
He's
just
Austrian.
like,
Okay, but
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
But we saw him in Inglourious Bastards playing
Yes,
a German,
yeah,
and he was
playing a Nazi.
well, yes, yeah, that too. But yeah, so no, yeah, I'd give it to you. Have you seen him with like a beard? Because Krieger's always got like a beard.
Christoph Waltz or
Yeah, Christoph Waltz. Have you ever seen him like with a beard?
yeah, I think he like always has a beard. I'm pretty sure.
Always, I feel like most of the time
Yeah.
he's pretty clean shaven.
What was it? Just a mustache, or did he have a beard in Django?
Oh no, okay, yeah, but they aged him up in Django because they gave him like white hair and.
I mean, he's like older.
Oh yeah, I don't know. I mean, everything else I've seen him, he's still got like the blonde hair and stuff. I mean, not that hair dye doesn't exist or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know ages of actors.
Yeah.
Is Anthony Hopkins like 30 or something?
No, Anthony Hopkins is very old.
Oh, it's Sir Anthony Hopkins.
Oh, well, you said it first.
Yeah, okay, I'm sorry. So yeah, no, I'll go with yours.
I could see Michael Fassbender though, but like, yeah, I
Yeah.
was like, oh, Christoph Waltz.
Again-
Like immediately, I was
again,
like, Christoph Waltz.
Like Krieger's a tall character. Michael Fassbender's pretty tall too, and then just I kind of see Michael Fassbender with like a beard. I think when he in one of the X-Men movies where he's like hiding out as like with his like new family, the one that gets like accidentally killed by those cops with bows and arrows. Spoiler alert if you haven't. That's from X-Men Apocalypse. But yeah, you see him in that with like a beard, and I was just like, oh, you know what? Like I think it'd be kind of cool to see him in something like fun, like weird and funny like Krieger.
Yeah,
but
I
no.
think he's Irish. So like, I mean, not that people can't do like accents or whatever, but like, yeah, just
I mean, certain actors can't.
yeah, that's true. But like, yeah, Christoph Waltz wouldn't really have to like work on it to do, like a German accent or whatever. So that's why I was like, oh, Christoph Waltz.
All right, who'd you pick for Cheryl or Carol?
You're supposed to go.
Oh
This
yeah,
is
sorry,
your
yeah.
Dreamcast.
I keep forgetting. I'm sorry. I said it once. I picked Allison Brie.
Really?
Yes. So here's my thought process. Like Community.
Yeah.
She's kind of like an airhead in that, and then like
She's an airhead, but she's smart.
well, yeah, but like I don't think like Cheryl's also kind of an airhead and easily taken
I
advantage
mean,
of.
Cheryl's not kind of an airhead.
Yeah, she
Cheryl
is.
like an idiot.
Yeah, in Archer. So I just kind of feel like to expand on that. And again, like Cheryl's also supposed to be like a super attractive character. Alison Brie, super gorgeous. Like I just to me it just kind of like fit.
I chose. You're probably gonna have to look her up too, or maybe not. Madeline Petch. She is she's a redhead, so she's already a redhead, but she's a redhead from Riverdale.
No, I didn't have to look her up. You could have just said Riverdale.
Yeah, well, I don't know if you've seen that, but she's a bombshell redhead.
Okay.
I mean, she also plays a smart character in her show, but like
the only reason I would say, like I don't like her for the role of Cheryl, is I feel like she's too intimidating to be Cheryl.
I mean, in Riverdale, she's too intimidating, but she's an actress.
Yes, I know she's an actress, but I meant like her look, just in general. Like it's more like a fierce look. I don't know how well I would like see her as being like, because again, Cheryl is easily taken advantage of in Archer, kind of like a dunce character, and like she just looks like it almost looked like she could easily be like the next head of I say ISIS, and when I say ISIS, I mean the secret agent agency that isn't Archer, not the terrorist organization ISIS.
Yes.
Yeah, but she looks like she could like run ISIS after like if Mallory was gone.
Okay. Well, all right. I'll go with you with Allison Brie.
All right, and then the last one, who'd you pick? Or so for Woodhouse, I picked, and I thought this was hilarious. I picked Michael Caine.
I almost went with Michael Caine, but
did?
I didn't. I was like, here's the thing. This is the reason why. This is the reason I didn't go with Michael Caine, because I was like, this man has way too much self-respect for himself to fucking play
What?
Woodhouse.
He played Austin Powers' father.
Yeah, but he didn't have to like. Nah, not Michael Caine.
Who did you go with then?
So I'll tell you who I went with, but first I'll give you my honorable mention that I almost went with first. I almost went with Bill Murray. I almost said Bill Murray, but look up Larry David, because that's who I went with.
Larry David.
Yes.
Okay.
He looks like Woodhouse. Woodhouse has the fucking white hair.
This is the guy who did I don't know if it was a Vine or it's just a meme where he's like about to exit like the house and it's just like fuck you and I'll see you tomorrow. But
he's a comedian. But I was like, yeah, Larry David.
Okay, yeah. He does, yeah. He definitely does look a lot, yes, like similar to Woodhouse. This was like the other thing too, because like obviously if someone that's gonna play Woodhouse, you need someone that is like old, and a lot of like the older actors are more like dignified and stuff like that. So it was kind of like hard to. He didn't come across like my search, but when I saw Michael Caine, that's why I was just like he's done like funny roles. So I was just like, oh, you know what? Like he could probably be a good Woodhouse. But no, yeah, this guy, yeah, as a comedian, yeah, he would probably have no problem being the heroin addict butler to Archer. And all right, perfect. So yeah, so Matt Bomer, and then Mallory was the actual.
Yeah, Jessica Walter.
David Spade for Ray. Zoe Saldana for Lana. Rebel Wilson, Pam. Fred Armisen for Cyril. Krieger was...
Christoph Waltz.
Christoph Waltz. And then Allison Brie. And last but not least for Woodhouse was...
Larry David.
Larry David. All right, cool. So that's my Archer Dreamcast if it was live action.
All right, cool.
All right, now we'll start on yours.
All right.
For Attack on Titan. For those of you that haven't watched it, hurry up. It's good.
Yes.
It's a great show. Just
well,
watch
even
it.
I haven't finished it, but I'm going to very, very soon.
Well, it's still not over. Like again.
Yeah, but again, the show's over. If there's a movie coming, that's neither here nor there. But I haven't finished the show yet. It's because again, this is what happens when you're watching stuff with somebody. Then you have to wait for time for you can both watch it. And some people are like, I'll watch one episode or two, and I'm like, there's only 5. I just want to watch them all.
That is true. So yeah, it is in that aspect. It is a little bit better to kind of just wait to be able to binge it all.
Yeah. All right. First character, Eren Yeager.
Eren Yeager.
I chose Timothy Chalamet.
I can't 100% remember what he looks like, so I'll look him up right now. I know kind of like who he is though. I picked Logan Lerman.
And I know the name, but don't.
You like? He's Percy Jackson.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
Timothy spells his name with 2 E's instead of a Y, and I hate it. Mm-hmm. Really? This is who you picked for Eren?
Yeah.
I hate it.
He's got to be intense, man.
You said he's got to be intense? Like, literally what I looked up doesn't seem like intense at all. Yo, major cheekbones, though.
Because he's like a really skinny dude too, and like Aaron's like kind of a bitch, but then he also has to be like intense. He's the guy that I told you was in the movie.
Yeah. Like I said, I know of the actor. I just didn't remember what he looked like.
He's either Oscar nominated or has already won an Oscar. Like this guy, mark my words, this guy is the next Leo. Like he's fucking good.
He's the next Leo, so he'll just get robbed of Oscars again and again and again.
Yeah, but also be like probably one of the best actors that is known to man.
I don't even know for sure that I've seen him in anything specifically.
He is in Lady Bird.
I haven't seen it.
He was in the new Little Women. He was in the Netflix movie that I keep telling you about called, I'm pretty sure it's called The Young King. Yeah, he's been in other stuff too. But yeah, I mean, here's the thing is like, if you haven't seen him in anything, we've both seen Logan Lerman. But if you haven't seen him in anything.
Because, like, I feel like a younger Logan Lerman plays off of, like, what you would want for Aaron, like you said.
Yeah, but
like,
look at Logan Lerman now.
Okay, but look at how... So that's what you would want, though. Because if you think about Aaron in this past season, there's, like, everyone kind of changes.
This was somebody that came up across for me, but... I immediately knew Timothy Chalamet. Logan Lerman was somebody who I was looking at for other characters. And then I chose against it.
Well, this is your Dreamcast, so like I'll kind of leave it up to you. I'm just telling you, like my thought process was basically kind of seeing Logan Lerman and thinking about him like from a movie like Percy Jackson to how he looks now. To me, it made sense. But if you want to go Timothy Chalamet, you can go Timothy Chalamet.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick to my guns on this one.
All right.
So next one, Mikasa, Sukasa, Arcasa,
Arcasa.
No,
that's her surname.
Yeah. So for Mikasa Ackerman, Karen Fukuhara. And you probably don't know. You do know who it is, but you just don't know the name. And I'll just tell you, it's Katana, and it's the crazy Asian from The Boys.
Oh, okay. Immediately, I'm going with yours just because of from seeing her on The Boys. I think like perfectly matches up with like Mikasa's character. I went Jamie Chung.
Just let's be honest.
No.
I don't know any other Asians.
No, that's a lie. I looked up. I almost went with Lucy Liu. No, I'm just kidding. No, I looked up a bunch of different actors.
Look, Jamie Chung is hot as hell.
Yeah,
hot as hell.
Yeah, that might have been what swayed me because I'm a dumb boy.
But she's like, not that it does. No, okay, look.
No, but like
again,
Mikasa needs an intensity.
Nothing.
She needs an intensity, and like you said, this.
Yes.
The actress you proposed, like from The Boys, yes, perfection for Mikasa.
Yes.
I did look like a lot of people,
and she's a martial arts expert in real life.
I saw scrolling through like Google, like I did see like some other like fan pics, a lot of fan pics that were making like their own live action things.
See, I stayed away from all that because because I've seen videos on TikTok of people being like the perfect cast.
The one that stood out always though, like even just from seeing it, people always chose the same actress that played Mikasa in the live action movie from Japan. So a lot of people really liked her from that, and I think that was the only like actress that they liked from that movie.
Yeah.
But anyways, no, yeah, 100% yours.
All right. For Armin Artlet, I went with Judah Lewis, who is...
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, you do.
Okay.
It's the boy from the Babysitter movie, the Netflix movie.
Oh, okay.
So, like, obviously from the second Babysitter movie. The first one, he's like a 12-year-old, and the new one that just came out, he's like 20.
I went Tom Holland.
I tried to stay away. He was another person that I looked at, and I purposely try to stay away from huge names.
I just thought, like, again, like, because Armin is such, like, a smart character, seeing him as, like, when he played Spider-Man, and obviously his, like, intelligence in that movie and stuff, I thought he played, like, a very good smart character, had, like, a good, like, thought process and way to, like, to say the things that was on his mind. So I was just like,
he looks like Armin.
yeah. Well, like in my head, like I was just putting like that blonde mop head on Tom Holland, and I was just like
Coconut head.
Yeah, that
We
coconut.
should have
head.
just went with Coconut Head from Ned's Declassified.
Yes, there it is. That's all right.
No, yeah, but I went with him because he's younger, and he's also not like super tall. I was like, he's shorter. Because again, I have the heights of what the characters are supposed to be and the heights of the actors that I was choosing.
This is the one where you were taking too much time because you were paying too much attention.
I didn't
to that.
fly through yours, but when you yelled down and you said I'm done, I had literally just come up with the third person on my list. Hadn't even started yours yet.
Yeah.
So I went with Judah Lewis. Because the thing is that like I also, especially since you just saw The Devil All the Time, Armin is smart, but he's also like a bitch. And I don't see Tom Holland as a bitch. Like, he's not a bitch as Spider-Man. He's not a bitch in The Devil All the Time. And in
well, first of all, this kid you're talking to him about from the Babysitter movies, he murders everybody that's like coming after him. So I wouldn't necessarily like he's a child in that one. I wouldn't necessarily call him like a bitch character.
Well, I mean, like, yeah, he stands up for himself, but he's no Tom Holland, baby.
No.
He's no Tom Holland.
No, he's no Tom Holland. No, okay.
And like a lot, he doesn't like murder everybody. Some of them die like accidentally. It's like funny accidents.
Yeah,
shit.
Situational murder.
Yeah, it's not like he pulled a gun and just started murdering them all one by one. I'm pretty sure one of the characters just like falls onto a rope and like gets hung. Like he doesn't hang him, right?
No, it's not like he like ties it around
like
him or
King
whatever.
Batch, like doesn't he die like accidentally?
He's chasing after him, and then I think either gets pushed off of like the staircase, or yeah, might just trip and fall. I don't know. I'd have to rewatch it.
Yeah. So yeah, I went with Judah Lewis.
All right.
For Sasha, I went with Lily James.
I picked Jennifer Lawrence. You want to know my thought process for it? Again, this is a big name. So what is like one of Sasha's main shticks?
That she's always like hungry.
Yeah. So immediately Sasha, or like the thing that I popped into my head was that interview where Jennifer Lawrence goes, "Where's the pizza?" And I was just like, perfect.
No. So Lily James, who played Cinderella in the live action Cinderella movie. I'm not if you're aware of who Lily James is.
I'm not sure. Lily James, isn't that Harry's mom?
That's
no, it's Lily Potter.
Lily Potter.
Yeah, I'm an idiot. Pay me no mind.
James is his dad's name. Lily
James
Potter. Are you gonna look her up?
Yeah.
All right. She plays Cinderella in the live action Cinderella movie.
I don't think I've seen the live action Cinderella
I have. And she was in Pride and Prejudice and Zombies. And another contender that I had was, I can't remember her name right off the top of my head, was the actress who played Alice in the live action Alice in Wonderland movies.
Her?
Yeah, she was a contender, but I in the end I went with Lily James. We're gonna skip this and we're gonna go to another one just because, real quick. Okay, for Hanj, I picked Jennifer Lawrence.
Oh, you did?
Because Hanj is crazy and Jennifer Lawrence is crazy.
Yo, but no, I out crazied you. I went Aubrey Plaza.
Oh shit.
I think she would be, because she has a dark sense of humor, and like in the scene at like the beginning of season 2, where she's holding that priest over like the ledge of the wall.
Yeah.
I was like, this has Aubrey Plaza written all over it. Like I could totally 100% see her.
See, that's why I went
Hanji.
Jennifer Lawrence. Like when you said Jennifer Lawrence, I was like, no, dude, that's what I have for Hanj, man. No, yeah, for Hanj, I went Jennifer Lawrence because Jennifer Lawrence has like that goofy, crazy shit, and I could totally see her
And we
playing
love her
that.
for it.
But like, yeah, Aubrey's better. I'll concede. But I don't think that Jennifer Lawrence would play a better just because you said the fucking video where's the pizza,
Dude.
Like, yes, that's a food.
That's
thing,
what I
but,
immediately thought of, because Sasha's always getting in trouble with food. I think the character you picked, again, like it just like I haven't seen Cinderella and I haven't seen those other movies and stuff, but like there's a comedic side to Sasha that I don't really see in the actress you picked.
She's in Baby Driver. Have you not seen Baby Driver?
I have seen Baby Driver. She's the love interest.
Yes, she is.
Again, but that for Baby Driver.
She's in Yesterday, but you didn't see that movie.
Yes, we watched it together. The only thing I didn't see is the ending of it because you watched it without me.
Oh,
even though we were watching the movie together.
She's a love interest in that too.
Yeah.
And Pride and Prejudice and Zombies, which I've seen.
That's just kind of like an action zombie movie, right? That's not like or is it a comedy?
No, it's just a zombie movie. It's supposed to be like Pride and Prejudice, and then they just get attacked by zombies. But she's in it, and it's awesome. She's in Wrath of the Titans. I don't remember where, but I've seen that movie. Also, I own that movie. I don't know. I really was like, I'm banked. I was like, really like, Tito's not going to have a better Hanj than me. So I was like, I almost, that's the reason why I skipped, because I skipped over a character. And I was like, Jennifer Lawrence for Hanj, and then Tito would be like, oh yeah, that makes sense. And then you're just going to concede to Lily James. But then you came up with a banger. Shit. Well, like I said, I'll totally concede on Aubrey Plaza.
I mean, at the end of the day, this is your Dreamcast. I'm just giving you my honest opinion on, like, obviously she's been in a bunch of movies, so it's not to say that she's not a phenomenal actor, but I haven't seen her really play any funny characters or even like seen interviews and stuff. And I've seen, Jennifer Lawrence in interviews, and like, like I said, the scene that popped into my head during that interview that came out. So that was my thought process for Sasha. I don't know. I just think about like someone munching on a potato while they're supposed to be in formation.
That I think like we've seen Jennifer Lawrence is like, I don't want to sound like a jackass, but like I've seen Jennifer Lawrence in more serious roles than comedic roles, and like Lily James has been like in Cinderella, and it's like a fairy tale movie, so there was like funny and lighthearted and whatever, and like Jennifer Lawrence was in Red Sparrow, where she was like a fucking Soviet spy, and like she's been Mystique in X-Men.
Sasha still has her badass moments too, though.
I'm not saying she's not. I'm just saying you're kind of like, all right, fuck it. I'll go with Jennifer Lawrence. Like, I just, part of me like doesn't want to go with it just because I'm like, Sasha's more of a comedic character. She's just always hungry, and I'm just like. That might be Jennifer Lawrence in real life, but I think that Jennifer Lawrence...
You could still bring that. Like, I guarantee
you could.
It makes acting a lot easier when, like, the character that you're playing has, like, bits and pieces or, like, your entire personality.
Which is why I thought that Jennifer Lawrence was a good Hanj, because I thought that Jennifer Lawrence is a very intense actress, and I was like, she would be a really good Hanj. But, again, like I said, I'll concede to you. All right, so
that's only 2 for me. Everyone else has been yours.
Now we got to go back. Levi Ackerman. For Levi Ackerman, I went with Dane DeHaan.
So did I.
Yeah.
What was your reason behind it? Mine,
because I feel like he like looks like him. Like when you see him, his eyes are just like really like I'm gonna fuck you up. Like,
yes, that intensity is why I went with him.
Yeah. He has like
there was a part
eyes.
of me that kind of wanted to,
even when he's smiling, it's like I'm gonna fucking kill you.
There was a part of me that was just like, well, Levi's supposed to be not super older than the rest of like the group, but he's supposed to be older. So there was a part of me that was just like, he does kind of look like a little young, but no, that intensity.
He's
was just
almost like the shortest character.
Yeah.
his Levi is 5'3", and mostly everybody else is like mid to higher fives. But yeah,
that's what. Yeah,
Dane
that's also who I
DeHaan.
went with. Cool.
For Jean, I went Dylan O'Brien.
I went Dylan O'Brien for someone else.
Oh shit! No way.
Yes.
All right, so who'd you pick for Jean?
I picked Ansel Elgort.
Holy fuck! I had Ansel Elgort written down first, but I was like, nah, dude. Dylan O'Brien. I had Ansel. That's who I had written down there, and I changed my mind.
Okay. So flip it real quick, because I mean, I had Dylan O'Brien for Connie. Specifically, kind of a little bit just because some of the pictures that I was pulling up for Dylan O'Brien had his character with a shaved head.
Yes.
Because Connie's not bald. He has a shaved head.
Yes.
So that's kind of like, I was like, this looks kind of good. And Jean has like he has like you could say like the high and tight, but he's got hair on the top of his head.
Yes.
And like I picked Ansel Elgort. I think I saw like some pictures from...
He's the baby driver.
Yeah, he's the baby driver. I like some pictures from that, and then like from Divergent 2, he was kind of a badass, and I was just like, you know what? Like I kind of liked him for that. I thought you were gonna say you had picked Ansel for Connie, and I was like, oh, we just flip flop right there.
No, we didn't flip flop there. No, I just ended up eliminating Ansel altogether. So the reason that I switched was because I just watched the movie American Assassin, where he plays like a super badass.
Mm-hmm.
And after I saw that, because we'd seen him in Maze Runner.
Yes.
And then he was like the best friend in Teen Wolf. And after I saw him in this movie American Assassin, I was like, oh shit, dude, like this guy can fucking act. I'm like, yo, he's really good.
Hey man, that guy is good.
Yeah, so I decided, I was like, nah, because Jean is like an intense character too. He's like super serious and stuff. And after seeing him in American Assassin, I was like, oh hell no, like Dylan O'Brien would be perfect. Plus, like Jean and like Aaron have like that at first have like a really, really tense, like they don't like each other very much. And I thought that Timothy and Dylan would be able to play off of each other really well, because the only thing is that Ansel looks, he seems like a little bit, in all of his pictures, he's like super smiley and stuff. And he just seems like, I'm a really nice guy. Like he's a good actor, but I was just like, I'm a really nice guy. And after I saw Dylan, I was like, nah, it's gotta be Dylan O'Brien.
Okay. So who did you?
So we'll go with Connie now, so that I can just tell you.
Yeah.
With Connie, I went with Eggsy, Taron Egerton.
Okay. I could definitely see that.
Yeah. Because he's had like short hair before too. So that's who I went with. Let's see. For
I think we've only got two.
Krista.
Yeah.
For Krista, I went Sabrina Carpenter.
I went with that. I think she's either Irish or Scottish. That
Saoirse Ronan.
Yeah, that's who I went.
Again,
for this one, I think I just went more like side by side, like who would look good, and like
I've seen Sabrina Carpenter.
Like the name, I feel like I do know, but
Girl Meets World, the blonde, her best friend.
Oh, yes.
She's like 5'1" in real life, and Chris's character is 4'9" in the show.
Okay,
I was like, oh, blonde, short, pretty girl.
I feel like
Krista.
her and Cersei, however you say her name, I always forget. I think they look pretty similar too.
Like Cersei Lannister?
No, the chick I went with.
Oh, Saoirse.
Saoirse. I think they look fairly similar.
The one that I almost went with was Chloe Grace Moretz.
Yeah, I think they look super similar. Like her and Sabrina Carpenter.
But the girl that I almost went with was Chloe Grace Moretz, who's Kick-Ass.
Yes.
She was the one I almost went with.
Well, she's Hit Girl, not Kick-Ass.
Yeah. But she's in the movie Kick-Ass.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I ended up going with Sabrina Carpenter.
I'd be good with either. I think they work both ways.
All right, and the last one, Irwin. I I had a little bit of a tough time. I almost went with somebody else, but then ended up going. I went with Army Hammer.
Army Hammer?
Yeah, he was the Lone Ranger.
Oh.
In the Disney movie The Lone Ranger.
That
he did with Johnny Depp.
Okay, I'll give you this picture that looks like fairly close to Irwin.
He's a badass.
I actually went Chris Evans. No, not at all?
No, because again, I've seen the videos and I stayed away from the TikTok shit.
You've seen the videos, what do you mean?
On TikTok, people have been like, "Oh, this is the perfect
Oh.
actors," and Chris Evans has always been put in as Irwin.
But I mean,
and I was just like, yes, he'd be good, but
just
no.
just trying to stay away from it on purpose doesn't necessarily mean that
I didn't want to use things that already been used. Here's the other one. Because I told you I went between two. I went between Army Hammer and Stephen Amell. Arrow.
Yes, I know who Stephen Amell is.
Okay, well, you haven't known like 80% of the ones I haven't seen.
Okay,
So
I'm usually bad with bad actors' names, but no.
Because he's fucking intense in Arrow, and Irwin's an intense character. He's quiet, but he's intense. But the reason I went with Army Hammer is because number one, Army Hammer's 6'5", so he's a fucking giant. But he has a really deep voice, and he is built like a shit brick house. And I've seen him in action movies, and he's played a soldier before. And like, you know, Irwin is like leading the scouts. So that's the reason I went with Army Hammer. But like I said, Stephen Amell was like right fucking there. At first I was just like Stephen Amell and that's it.
All right. So then that's your dream cast then.
Yeah, so we had Timothy Chalamet, Karen Fukuhara, Judah Lewis, Jennifer Lawrence, Dane DeHaan, Aubrey Plaza, Dylan O'Brien, Sabrina Carpenter, Taron Egerton, and Army Hammer. You had more concessions than me. But yeah. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed that. Let us know what you guys think.
Yeah, let us know what you guys think. Let us know if you guys have any of your own that you would want to do, whether it was for the shows that we picked or for shows that you guys have.
Yeah, but we're going to get here to the last segment. So like I mentioned before, we had the question of the week 2 weeks ago, which was what anime or cartoon would you want to see as a live action movie? And our buddy James, Jameezy3000 on Instagram and YouTube, reached out and he said that he would want to see Samurai Jack as live action. And yeah, that would be pretty badass. I know you said that you thought that'd be really, really cool, right, Tito?
Yes. That would be awesome.
He also said just cause Dexter's Laboratory, because he'd want to see who they'd put in there as a mom because she got cans.
Not cans.
Oh, she got hams.
She got hams.
She got hams. Well, she had cans too, but she had hams. Big old hams. But anyway, for this week, the question is, who would you recast in a role in any movie, and time isn't a factor? So like that thing that I told you earlier where I was like, what if Lawrence Fishburne didn't play Morpheus and it was Michael B. Jordan, which like obviously that movie was made like in the early 90s and Michael B. Jordan was probably like 8 years old when that movie came out.
Well, no, but like if you took him like out of play, I still would almost kind of like.
I'm just saying like so time is not a factor.
Yeah, time
it
is not a
wouldn't
factor.
matter.
Yeah.
It's not like, oh, in this day and age he would have been too young to play him. Just like so, time doesn't matter. Could you think of one like off the top of your head? And if not, we'll have to come to it next week.
Yeah, I don't know. Off the top of my head, just to immediately be like, I've been waiting for this question forever. Like I don't necessarily think like right away I could just say like this person was terrible in it. It should have been like so and so.
Well, but like even in the future, now you're like, damn, this actor would have been really good in this role or whatever.
I mean, if they would have cast, I mean, they could have casted Mark Hamill as the Joker in any of the movies, and it would have been amazing. Like so I'll say, like, since time's not a factor, young Mark Hamill, like Luke Skywalker, playing like the Joker character voice actor that everyone knows and loves him as, like substituting him in any of the movies besides like the most recent Joker movie, it would be a masterpiece. Like that would finally be.
Which one would you rather see him in Jack Nicholson's Joker or in Heath Ledger's Joker? Because people will fight you and say that Heath Ledger's Joker was almost perfect also.
Like he was all right, but to me you can't beat Mark Hamill as like Joker. He's like literally perfection.
All right. Well, there you guys have it. So make sure that you guys reach out to us and let us know who you would want to see in a role from the past. And like again, time is not a factor. So yes, young Mark Hamill in a role where obviously he wasn't young anymore or that young anymore. But we're actually running out of time, so I think we're just gonna have to skip Tito's movie review for this week, and we're just gonna have to save it for next week.
All right.
But Tito, where can people find you?
If you guys ever want to reach out to me, talk to me or anything, you can always at me or DM me on Instagram and Twitter at BanditoTito93. What about you, Junior?
You guys can send me a DM at pops.maniac as well as nerdy.bros.inc on Instagram. Guys, pops.maniac on Instagram. I'm almost at 1,000 followers, so like it'd be cool if you guys could help me get there.
Ooh.
Also, you guys can watch this on Pops Maniac on YouTube, and just watch my other videos around there as well. But anyways, guys, thanks for listening.
Yeah, guys, thanks. Okay, bye.